I have a hot take about Trailblaze level 50 and beyond in Honkai Star Rail. Now, this is mainly just my opinion and just something from my experiences and stuff like that. So feel free to discuss this in the comments below. But this is something I've kind of realized over not only just playing in my account, but also from like talking to friends of mine that also play. I think that it is not at all smart to focus on rushing your main team to be level 70 once you hit Equilibrium 4. Now, right now on my account, I only have 3 characters I've ascended to Ascension 5, and only 2 of them are level 70, which are Sela, who is my main DPS on my primary team, and Serval, who is my main DPS on my secondary team. And then I've also ascended the Trailblazer only because they basically give you the main ascension material for free, so it's not like that crazy to ascend them. Plus, I'll need to level them up eventually, I'm sure, for the story. So, but yeah, I've ascended those 3, but other than them, you know, my Bronya is at Ascension 4, Asta's Ascension 4, Natasha Ascension 4, Bailu Ascension 4, my I just got to Ascension 4, Pella Ascension 4, Tingyun Ascension 4, and then everything else over here I haven't built yet. Now, the reason I say that it's not a good idea to rush your entire main team to 70, it's because realistically, for one, a lot of the content in the game is very doable with like level 60 support characters and then level 70 DPS. As you know, I've cleared up through stage 3 of Forgotten Hall. I definitely I haven't tried 4 actually yet for this phase. I want to see also if I can 3-star the first stage, but yeah, I am able to, you know, decently comfortably get through these. Sure, I'm not like 3-starring them, but also barely anyone is 3-starring Memory of Chaos as a free-to-play. Like even I feel like even people who are spending money on the game, they're not going to do that immediately because some of these stages are definitely challenging, and it goes all the way up to 10. Like I'm not even thinking about getting up to stage 10 yet. But yeah, so I've cleared that for Forgotten Hall. I've done every difficulty of Simulated Universe. I cleared the difficulties for Simulated Universe that unlock with Equilibrium 4 almost immediately after I got my Sela to level 70 and then Light Cone level 70 as well, and then like her traces up. For the most part, I don't have her. I don't have this one fully leveled up, but that's only like 1 level that it needs. But yeah, a lot of the content, like obviously, like me having Sela makes a big impact on like how much content I can do for sure because she is the best damage dealer in the game. But even if, let's say for example, I don't have Sela, if I'm running like my secondary team, which is typically Serval, Asta, Natasha, and Pella. If I'm running that team and, you know, like if I find that I'm struggling with something, and if I really feel like I'm struggling with something, then I'll be like, okay, let me see if I level up, let me see if I can ascend, you know, Pella if I'm struggling with, like, doing damage, because Serval's already, you know, ascended. Or maybe I ascend Asta so she can get more traces so she can offer more support. Or if I'm not healing enough, you know, level up Natasha. And I feel like this is the best way to go about it, because resources get so incredibly thin once you hit Equilibrium 4. Like, you think it's bad when you're in Equilibrium 3, when your ranks between 40 and 50, but it gets worse here, because if we go to trace cost, for example, let's go to Natasha's, to level up my ult for Equilibrium 5, you know, 36,000, you know, that's not like too crazy once you get to it for a 4-star, but if you're talking about like a 5-star character, let me go, for example, to Bronya, 45,000, that's just only going to go up from there. Like, eventually you're going to have ones later on that cost 160k, and it's really just a lot to deal with. And not only that, for your DPSs, I also don't recommend focusing to go beyond, for most characters it's level 7 for these main talents. I guess it's level 5 for the basic attack, because once you get to that point, it's going to start costing you the weekly boss materials, and also 80,000 per as well. And I think at this point, it's not like the most worth it, because, you know, mainly it's just going to be like damage increases and stuff like that, but there's also so many other things we can farm, And with the way resources are, I think you're better off to have a variety of characters, to where you can be able to, you know, switch out characters as you need for like Forgotten Hall and stuff like that. Like recently, I've been building Welt because I got him, and he has been. I actually tried him out this morning from when I'm recording this, and he's amazing as an imaginary unit, imaginary debuffer. So I think having a variety and making sure that your units are like good enough, as opposed to like trying to make them perfect, like, oh my god, I have to get them to level 70. It's just going to be a lot better for your resources. Like right now I have like 460k credits. Some people, and I've hit this point too, you'll hit points where you just have like no credits, and you're like, okay, I need to literally farm credits for a day so I can have enough so I can start, you know, continuing to, you know, build up my units. And also the other thing about why it's not smart to boost, like rush to level 70, is because because with the way the major traces work, you get them at right here. I'll pull up someone I don't have any of them for. Like, you get them at Ascension 2, Ascension 4, and Ascension 6. And because of that, because of the fact they're at 2, 4, and 6, you're not getting that much benefit for your supports at Ascension 5. You're really going to get that support at Ascension 6. And I think at that point, once you've, you know, gotten your damage dealers to max level and stuff like that, then I think it's going to be fine to, you know, get your supports up. Because once you're Ascension 6, once you can have Ascension 6, once you're Trailblaze level 60, you're not really worried about like ranking up as much. Like, I'm starting to kind of feel that now, but you're also like not really worried about like ranking up and stuff. You're more so just like trying to polish your account, and, you know, not really have like limitations anymore with like leveling up characters. Like, for example, for me, like my plan for when I hit 60 is gonna be to, you know, get my DPSs up to 80 once again. And then I'm going to immediately, once I get them done, I'll work on Bronya. Because Bronya's major trace for Ascension 6 is just a 10% damage bonus for the entire team, which is actually crazy. So that is my hot take. I really don't think it's smart to rush the entire main team to level 70, because you're just going to spend so many resources. And you're going to be a lot better off, you know, focusing on those resources, on just making sure that your account is able to clear the content, as opposed to just like, oh, I'm going to make my one main team as strong as possible. Like, focus on the secondary team as well. You're going to need it for Memory of Chaos, and, you know, just to have more enjoyment with the game as well. And also, especially for people who plan on summoning, whether it's in 1.1 or beyond, you're going to get new characters. And as someone who has played gacha games, and also someone who played Genshin Impact, which, you know, a lot of the systems in Star Rail are based on Genshin, you get to a point where like, oh, this unit that I, you know, put some resources into, I don't want to use them anymore, or like there's just a better option on my team now that's gonna make me use them less or not at all. And because of that, if you took your entire team to level 70, spent all those resources, and then you let's say pull Locha, right? All those resources you put into your healer are basically, you know, not as impactful anymore, because now you're going to put all these resources into Locha, because he's probably going to be a really good healer. So, just to make it so your resource use is a lot better, do not rush your main team to get level 70. You'll eventually get everyone up as you play the game more, as you progress, once there's like not really like level limitations anymore. I think once you hit 60, like resources will definitely be like scarce too, because the game just has an overarching resource problem. But because of that resource problem, you really got to be smart with how you're using your resources to make sure that you're not, you know, putting yourself behind and like putting yourself at a point where you are like struggling to beat content. Outside of Memory of Chaos, like later stages, because I don't think we're meant to be able to get to like Memory of Chaos 10 as like a free-to-play player at Equilibrium 4. But yeah, feel free to discuss in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe as well, and I will see you all next time.
Bye.